So far in this section, we have only projected simple fields like number fields, string fields, etc. Now in this lecture, we are going to learn how we can project array fields and how we can use projection operators on array fields. Let's go to Mongo shell, and here first let me go ahead and let me again query the employees collection using the find method. Find one method actually, because I only want to query the first document. So here you will notice that along with these simple fields, we also have this hobbies field and we have this skills field. So now what I want is, I want to project the result in such a way that I have the first name, gender, and the skill of the employee. So let me go ahead and let me write that query. So let's say db.employees dot, and here we are going to use aggregation framework. So we will use aggregate method. To this aggregate method, we need to pass an array. In that array, I'm going to use projection state. So for that, we can use $project operator. To this, we are going to assign an object, and there we are going to specify which fields we want to include and which fields we want to exclude. So here I want to exclude the underscore ID field first. I want to include the first name field. So I'll set it to 1, and I want to include the skills field. So this also I'll set it to 1. Let me go ahead and let me copy this query. Let's paste it here. And when I press enter, you will see for each document we have the first name and skills. Some of the skills have only one element, some skills have two elements, and some other skills might have more elements. Okay, now what I want is, in the result, here we are showing all the skills, but let's say in the result, I only want to show the first skill of the user. For that, what we can do is, here we can now specify a name of our choice, but I'm still going to call it as skills. To this, we are going to assign an object, and here let me call it as skill because we only want to show one skill here. Inside this object, we are going to use an operator called $slice. To this operator, we need to assign an array. In that array, we can pass three arguments. The first argument will be the source array from where we want to extract the elements. So basically this slice operator, it is used to extract elements from an array. Here, when we are passing an array to it, in there we need to specify three things. First, we need to specify the source array from where we want to extract the elements. Here we can also hard code that array. So for example, I can pass an array of these four elements like this. So this will be the source array. The second element will be the index from where we want to extract the elements. Here, since we want to extract the first element from the array, the first element is always present on the 0th index. So we can pass 0 as the start index. And then how many elements do we want to extract? Since we only want to extract the first element, only a single element, we can pass 1 here. All right. Now here, instead of hard coding the array, we want to extract the first element from this skills array. So we are going to pass this skills array as the source array to this slice operator. And to pass the skills array as the source array, what we need to do, we can use double quotes here, and in there we can specify the array name, which in this case is skills. Now, if I go ahead and if I specify it like this, MongoDB will think that it is a simple string value. But here we are specifying a field name, and to tell MongoDB that, we need to use $sign before it. Okay, so now what will happen is, in the result we will have the first name and we will have the skills array, and in that skill array we will have only one element, the first element, the first skill of all the employees. Let me copy this. Let me clear the shell here, and let's paste the command. And when I press enter, you will see that now only the first skill is being displayed here for each employee. And here actually, since we only want to get the first element, here we don't even need to specify the third argument here. Instead, we can specify the first argument as 1. And when we specify this argument as 1 after the source array, it simply tells MongoDB that extract the first element from the source array. So this should also give us the same result. If I go ahead and if I paste it here and if I press enter, it should give us the same result. And if I change it to -1, in this case, it is going to give us the last element from the skills array. So let me copy this. Let me clear the shell. And if I press enter, now it will always give us the last element from the skills array. When we set this second argument to 1, it gives us the first element from the source array. When we set it to -1, it gives us the last element from the source array. Now, let's say you want to extract all the elements from index 2 and you want to extract, let's say, 3 elements. So you can also specify it like this. In this case, what will happen is from the skills array, the slice operator will start extracting elements from index 2. That means the third element, and it will extract 3 elements from there. So it will extract third, fourth, and fifth element. And in the result, in the skill array, you will have 3 elements. The second, third, and fourth element from the original skills array. But since in our case, the employees have only 1 or 2 skill, that's why I'm not going to execute this query, but I hope you got the point. Next, let's also learn how we can calculate the size of an array. So let's say in the result, instead of showing the elements of the skills array, you want to show the total count of the skill array. So here I will name it as skill count, and you want to get the total number of element in the skills array for each employee document. For that, we have another operator called size. And to this size operator, we need to assign the source array whose length we want to calculate. And in this case, the source array will be again skills. So the name of the array is skills in the employee document. And since we want to tell MongoDB that this is not a simple string value, it is the name of the field, we are using dollar before it. Let me copy this query. Let me clear the shell. Let's paste the query here. And when I press enter, now you will see the skill count. So for this employee John, the skill count is 2. That means in the skills array, we have 2 elements. In the same way, for this employee Henry, for him also the skill count is 2. That means there are 2 skills in this skills array for Henry. Then for David, there is only 1 skill. And for Olivia also, there is only 1 skill. Okay, so in this way, we can also calculate the size of skills array. Now here, instead of skills array, if I say size of hobbies, in this case, it will return us the size of hobbies array for each employee document. If I paste it here and if I press enter, you will see it is giving us the size of each hobbies array for each employee document. So it is 3 for most of the employees. Most of the employees has 3 hobbies. All right. Let me go ahead and let me query the employee collection one more time. And if I press enter, so as you can see, in the skills array, it is an embedded document. And in that embedded document, we have the name field and we have the level field. So here for the first document, the first skill level is 8 and the second skill level is 7. Now let's say in the result, I only want to show that skill where the skill level is 8 or greater than 8. Okay, I don't want to show this skill where the skill level is less than 8 in the result. How can we do that? So for that, let me again go ahead and let me write the query. So I'm going to use this same thing. Here I don't want to show the ID. I want to show the first name. I want to show the email. So that also I'll set it to 1. And then I want to show the skills array. So here I'm going to call it as skills, but you can call it anything. But now in this skills array, we don't want to show all the skills. We only want to show those skills where the skill level is 8 or greater than 8. And for that, now what we are going to do is we are going to use another operator called filter. Okay. To this filter operator, we are going to assign an object. In that object, we are going to have few properties. The first property will be input. So to this input property, we will assign the source array on which we want to filter the documents. In this case, we want to filter the document on the skills array. So here the source array will be skills array. And again, I'm using dollar before it because if I don't use dollar, then since we are wrapping it within double quotes, MongoDB will think that it is a simple string value. But that is not the case. This skills is a field on the document. Then the second property will be as. And here we need to provide a name. So this name will be a temporary variable. I'm calling it as EL. Basically, this skills is going to be an array. And here the filter operator, you can think like this filter operator is going to loop over this skills array. And for each iteration, it is going to assign the element to this EL. So for the first iteration, the first element will be assigned to this EL. For the second iteration, the second element will be assigned to this EL. For the third iteration, the third element will be assigned to this EL and so on. Okay. Then we need to specify a condition based on which the filter should happen. And for that, we specify a property called cond. And in here, we can specify the condition. So here also, we can use the comparison operators like greater than or equal to, less than or equal to, etc. So here I'm going to use greater than or equal to operator. And this time, to this greater than or equal to operator, instead of assigning a simple value, now we need to assign an array. Because this greater than or equal to, it is going to compare a value with another value. Right? Generally, when we use this GTE operator, we use it on a field in case of find method. So we know that we have to compare the value assigned to this GTE with that field value. But here, with which value we are going to compare it? So that we are going to specify using this array. So here the first element will be the value with which we want to compare the value. In this case, we are going to use EL because this EL is going to store the element for each iteration. Now, if we pass this EL like this, again MongoDB will think that it is a string value. But in our case, this EL is basically a temporary variable which is storing the element of the array. So here, if I use dollar, in that case, MongoDB will think that this EL is a field on the document. But that is also not the case. So what we need to do is here we need to use $2 operators. So in that case, MongoDB will know that, okay, this is a temporary variable which is going to store the element of this skills array for each iteration. And then we need to specify the second value with which we want to compare the value of this EL. Now the problem here is, in this case, this skills is an array of embedded documents, right? So that means this EL is going to store embedded documents and not the skill level. So here what we need to do is, here we need to say EL dot level because we want to compare the level value here. We want to check if the skill level is greater than or equal to 8. Okay, and in this way, we can filter the documents using this filter operator. So we specify the source array where we want to perform the filter operation. We provide a temporary variable which is going to store the element for each iteration. And then we specify the condition based on which we want to filter the documents. So now if I go ahead and if I copy this command, let me clear the shell first. Let's paste it here. And when I press enter, in the result, you will see that those skills where the skill level is greater than or equal to 8, only that is being displayed here. For some of the skills, you will see that it is empty array because in that skills array, there was no skill which is greater than or equal to 8, whose level is greater than or equal to 8. Okay, that's why some of the skills are empty here. So I hope with this example, now you understand how you can filter elements from an array using this filter operator. We also learned how to calculate the size of an array, and we also talked about extracting the elements from an array. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.